Well, hi everybody, and good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We've got a good-looking forecast for you, and as the description says, there as we go through the day today, in the next 8 days, and that takes us through Thanksgiving Thursday. 6 of the next 8 days are looking really nice, and today is one of those days. Really, the biggest change is going to be the winds today. Now, I want to show you the wind direction change. We have southerly winds in eastern Nebraska. Winds are changing direction this morning around the Tri-Cities and then westward. Northwest winds, and as you get that wind out of the westerly direction, the northwest there, that's going to help temperatures surge today. So you folks out east won't be as warm today, although you'll be warmer than yesterday, but just not as warm as everybody else farther west. We also have a weak cool front that cools things down a little bit up in northern Nebraska, but the winds are going to be a little strong today. That's the biggest change to the forecast. I'll talk about that here in just a bit. Heading into tonight, then, that front makes its way south a little bit, but then stalls out, becomes more of a warm front, and lifts back to the northeast for tomorrow. So another mild day is expected with that front to our northeast, but here comes a fast-moving Arctic front. That's diving southward tomorrow. Now, a breezy southwesterly wind, mild temperatures for tomorrow. Then here comes strong northerly winds behind that cold front Friday night, along with that increasing clouds, a chance of some possible rain, but mostly snow after midnight, up north prior to midnight. But notice the bulk of the precipitation out west. That'll be the case even heading into our Saturday. Very strong northerly winds. You see it there. It's going to be a blustery one as temperatures get chilly for Saturday. It is not going to be a nice day with blustery winds and chilly conditions. We're talking about winds 15 to 30 miles per hour. They'll be strongest midnight to noon on Saturday. So midnight Friday night through noon on Saturday. That's when our strongest winds will be. Now, as for snow, notice this particular model barely gives us any snow, and that's what a lot of forecast models are doing. Not all of them, though, but for sure the bulk of the snow that falls will be in the west for the day Saturday, especially southwest Nebraska and the Panhandle. We might get a little bit around the Tri-Cities, southeast Nebraska, so I still have that chance in the forecast out there. But then things wind down for Saturday evening. The winds will start to calm down as high pressure builds in, and then we start to turn things back upwards after Sunday morning's cold weather out there. Now let's get to snowfall totals. Now I am using the high-end forecast model. This is the worst case scenario. Not that bad, really. Worst case scenario, an inch or two of snow when it's all said and done. Likely barely anything off to the northeast. Out west, that's where your higher totals are going to be. A couple of inches of snow, 2, 3, 4 inches of snow in the Panhandle, southwest Nebraska. But I'll tell you right now, most forecast models are going lower than this. We would be lucky to get an inch of snow if you like snow, I should say. But we probably won't see much. So most of the snow is going to fall. You might get some accumulation in the cracks of the street, in the corners of the curb, a little bit on the grass, maybe a little dusting. But I just don't see us getting a lot of snow. Again, if we get the higher end models like what this European model is showing, the Canadian model is also showing it a bit, an inch or two of snowfall, higher amounts out west. So again, this is your worst case scenario. It's likely, though, we'll see less than what this particular model is showing. All right, let's get to the forecast for today before we get to the snow and the cold this weekend. Looking good today. Up north, a little cooler than yesterday in Ainsworth and O'Neill in the 50s. A little cooler air moving in there, but lower 60s around Albion, Central City, Ord, Broken Bow. Low to mid 60s out west. Pretty darn nice out there. But notice those winds again, getting up there in that 15 to 25 mile per hour range this afternoon. Even around the Tri-Cities, we're going to see some strong winds this afternoon. Low to mid 60s, though. That looks fantastic. After the cold we dealt with earlier this week, this is a forecast we can all get behind. Out to the east, the winds, they'll start off southerly, then change northwesterly later in the day, so they won't warm up as much, although it'll be certainly much warmer than it was yesterday, mid to upper 50s and lower 60s off to the east. Tonight, big night in downtown Hastings, the celebration of lights, 5 o'clock. 53 degrees, lots of sun, still a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest. 6 p.m. after dark, 49 degrees. The lights get flipped on at 6:55. 7 o'clock, 46. So grab the jacket, but you shouldn't need the heavy coats, shouldn't need the mittens and the gloves too much, maybe some mittens, but you shouldn't need the hats. Looking pretty good out there in downtown Hastings this evening. We've certainly had way colder evenings for the celebration of lights in Hastings. Tomorrow looking good as well, still high around 60 degrees, but it all comes crashing down on Saturday. But again, this is a light snow event. The biggest issue this weekend on Saturday, at least Friday night into Saturday, is the strong winds and the cold temperatures. As the system departs, we're down to 17 Sunday morning. I didn't move my in over to, I didn't even notice this throughout the morning today. I forgot to move my in over. The game's on Saturday, not on Sunday, just so you get it. I can't believe I did that. 40 for a high on Sunday. Then next week looking pretty good. Monday, Tuesday, lower 50s, some 40s off to the northeast, and then a little bit more of a warm up on Wednesday as we get those temperatures into the mid and upper 50s. And as of right now, Thanksgiving Thursday looks like we will remain in the 50s at least one more day. So I think Thanksgiving Thursday looks dry, mild in the 50s. Pretty good. I think we can all take that. It does look like towards next Friday, we might cool it back into the 40s for Black Friday. Not a big cool down, but cooler. We'll wrap it up with the Husker game day forecast, which again is on Saturday. I'll emphasize that again. It's 11 a.m. kickoff. Again, there might be some snowflakes flying around. I don't think it'll be a major concern, though. It'll probably barely accumulate and really not affect the game much. But what will is the cold and the wind. Looks similar to the past weekend's game, although the winds might actually be a little stronger, especially early on in the game. So if you are heading to that final home game of the season, senior day, of course, bundle up out there on Saturday, because I cannot remember the last time we had two cold games in a row in Lincoln. We've had one. I was at one in 1997. The Iowa State game was very cold. We left at halftime. It was so cold. The 1993 game against Oklahoma was so cold. Iowa back in 2015. There have been some cold games, but two in a row is pretty rare, and this is the second one in a row here. But again, bundle up if you are going to be out there. And as of right now, the Iowa game, again, looking ahead to next Friday, I think the weather will be okay. Looking good, not too bad out there for the Black Friday game against Iowa in Iowa City next week. So there you go. There's your forecast for today. Until next time, I'm meteorologist Travis Kleneski. Hope you all have a good day. Again, sorry about that Husker game day miscue on my 7-day forecast. I'll get that fixed right away. But again, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Take care. And if you're heading out to the celebration of lights tonight, enjoy. Talk to you all again on Friday morning. Bye.